So Google just dropped Gemini 3, and honestly, this one feels different. Remember when Google scrambled after ChatGPT launched and looked like they were playing catch-up? Well, they just did something they've never done before. They put their newest AI model into Google search on day one. No testing period, no soft launch, just boom. Here it is, go use it. That alone should tell you something big is happening. Hey everyone, you're watching Tech Fleet. Today we're breaking down everything you need to know about Gemini 3, Google's newest AI model that just launched this week. And trust me, this isn't just another incremental update. We're talking about record-breaking benchmark scores and a completely new way to interact with AI and features that are honestly kind of wild. So whether you're already using AI tools every day or just curious about what all the hype is about, stick around because this is going to change how you think about AI. Alright, so what actually is Gemini 3? It's Google's latest and most advanced AI model, basically the brain that powers all their AI features. Google released Gemini 2.5 just 7 months ago, so this turnaround is pretty fast, and they're calling it their most intelligent model ever. But here's what makes this launch different from anything Google's done before. Usually when they release a new model, it takes weeks or even months before it shows up in the products you actually use. Not this time. Gemini 3 launched and immediately started powering Google search. The Gemini app, their enterprise tools, everything. Over 650 million people use the Gemini app monthly, and 2 billion people use AI overviews in search. That's a massive rollout on day one, and timing matters here. OpenAI launched GPT-5 back in August, and a lot of people thought it was underwhelming. They even did a 5.1 update last week trying to make it better. Anthropic dropped Claude Sonnet 4.5 2 months ago, so the AI race is absolutely heating up. And Google just threw down the gauntlet with Gemini 3. Okay, so how good is it actually? Because companies always hype their stuff, right? Well, the numbers are pretty wild. Gemini 3 topped the LM Arena leaderboard with a score of 1,501 ELO. For context, that's a benchmark where actual humans test and rate AI models, and Gemini 3 basically came out on top. There's this test called Humanity's Last Exam. It's designed to measure PhD-level reasoning across all kinds of subjects. Gemini 3 scored 37.5%, which is the highest score ever recorded. The previous record holder was GPT-5 Pro at about 31.6%. Now, you might be thinking, wait, only 37.5%? Yeah, the test is brutally hard. It's literally designed to be difficult for human experts, so that score is actually impressive. For math, Gemini 3 hit 23.4% on Math Arena Apex, which is a new record. For understanding images and videos, what they call multimodal reasoning, it scored 81% on one benchmark and 87.6% on another. And here's one that's really important. It scored 72.1% on Simple QA Verified, which tests whether AI gives you accurate factual answers instead of making stuff up. That's crucial because nobody wants an AI that sounds confident but is completely wrong. But forget the numbers for a second. What can you actually do with Gemini 3 that you couldn't do before? So first thing, it understands context way better. Google says you need less prompting now, which means you don't have to spell out every little detail. The AI gets what you're asking for and what you're trying to accomplish. It's like talking to someone who actually gets the subtext instead of taking everything super literally. The coding abilities are insane. They're calling it their best vibe coding model ever. What's vibe coding? It's basically describing what you want in plain English. And the AI builds the actual app or tool for you. No programming knowledge required? People are building entire interactive apps from a single prompt. Games, websites, data visualizations, all from just describing what they want. Then there's something they're calling generative interfaces, and this is actually really cool. Instead of just giving you text answers, Gemini 3 can design custom visual layouts on the fly. Ask it to explain Van Gogh's paintings with historical context. And it doesn't just write you a paragraph. It creates an entire interactive gallery experience with images, timeline context, and clickable elements. It's like the AI is designing a mini website specifically for your question. And then there's Gemini Agent, which is their new multi-step task feature. You can tell it to organize your inbox, book travel arrangements, or handle complex workflows. And it'll break down the task, plan it out, and execute it. It's getting closer to that AI assistant. Dream where you can just delegate entire tasks instead of doing each step manually. Now, the Google search integration is huge. If you're a Google AI Pro or Ultra subscriber in the US, you can use Gemini 3 in something called AI mode right now. Everyone else will get access soon. Here's what's happening. When you search now, Gemini 3 can analyze your question and create these dynamic visual layouts with images, tables, grids, interactive tools. It's not just listing links anymore, it's building you a custom interface to explore the answer. Some people are calling these responses magazine-style layouts because they're visually rich and actually inviting to interact with. Google is also using something called query fan-out technique, which sounds technical, but it's pretty clever. Your one question gets broken into multiple smaller searches behind the scenes to gather more comprehensive information. And because Gemini 3 understands intent better, it's finding relevant content that older versions might have missed. There is one controversy here, though. Publishers and content creators are worried because when AI gives you a complete answer with visuals and everything, people don't click through to the actual websites. Google says they're still connecting people to sources, but research shows users are way less likely to click when an AI summary appears. So there's definitely tension between making search better for users and keeping the web ecosystem healthy. If you're a developer or you work with code at all, Google launched something called Antigravity alongside Gemini 3. It's this agentic development platform, basically an AI coding assistant that can work across your editor, terminal, and browser at the same time. The idea is you act like an architect, giving high-level instructions, and the AI handles the detailed coding work. It can navigate your file system, build features, fix bugs, all autonomously while checking in with you for approval. People are comparing it to tools like Cursor and Claude Code. For businesses, Gemini 3 is available through Vertex AI. Companies can use it for employee onboarding and training, analyzing factory floor videos, handling procurement. Basically, anywhere they need AI to understand complex information and make decisions. Developers can access it through the Gemini API for $2 per million input tokens and $12 per million output tokens for prompts under 200,000 tokens. That's actually pretty competitive pricing for a frontier model. There's also Gemini 3 Deep Think coming soon, Gemini 3 with extra reasoning power. They're calling it their Enhanced Reasoning Mode. It's going through additional safety testing right now, but it'll be available to Google AI Ultra subscribers soon. Think of it as the version that can really dig into complex. Google also just launched Nano Banana Pro, which is their image generation tool built on Gemini 3. The original Nano Banana went viral for turning selfies into hyper-realistic 3D figurines. The Pro version can do way more, and it's already in the Gemini app. And remember, this is all rolling out incredibly fast. Most new features are available now or coming in the next few weeks. That's a completely different pace than we've seen from Google before. So here's the bottom line. Gemini 3 represents a pretty massive shift in how Google is approaching AI. They're not being cautious or slow anymore, they're going all in. Putting their most advanced model in front of billions of users immediately, the performance benchmarks are legitimately impressive. The new features like generative interfaces and coding capabilities are genuinely innovative. And the rollout speed shows they're taking the AI race seriously. Is it perfect? No. Will it replace everything else? Probably not. But it's a big leap forward. If you use Google products at all, you're probably already using Gemini 3 whether you realize it or not. If you want to try it out yourself, just head to the Gemini app or use AI mode in Google search if you're a subscriber. Play around with it, see what it can do, and form your own opinion. What do you think about all this? Are you excited about these new AI capabilities or are you more cautious? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to TechFleet for more AI news and deep dives. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.